Hello, everyone. Welcome to Universal English Guide, where learning English is simple, clear, and enjoyable. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Liam. Hello, everyone. We're really happy to have you here today.
How are you feeling today, Liam? It feels like one of those calm days where you just want to sit, talk, and think a little.
Yeah, I feel the same. It's one of those days where you notice small things. Like this morning, I was drinking coffee near my window, and I saw almost everyone walking outside looking at their phones.
Oh, wow, that's such a familiar picture. I see that all the time, too. People walking dogs, waiting for the elevator, even standing in line at the grocery store. Phones everywhere.
Exactly. And that kind of connects to what we're talking about today, a question many people think about but don't always talk about openly.
Yes, today's topic is a big one, but also very personal. We're asking, is social media making us lonely?
That question doesn't have an easy answer, and that's okay. We're not here to tell people what to think. We're here to talk about real life, real feelings, and everyday experiences.
And to help you listen to natural English while thinking about something meaningful. So let's just talk, like neighbors chatting over a fence or friends sitting on a couch.
You know, Sophie, I remember when social media first became popular. People said it would connect everyone.
Yes, I remember that too. The idea was simple. You could talk to family far away, you could see pictures from friends in other cities. It sounded warm and friendly.
And in many ways, it still does that. I can see my cousin's garden updates, my old coworker's new puppy, and my neighbor's homemade bread.
Same here. Yesterday, I saw someone post about cleaning their garage, and people were commenting, giving tips, joking about how hard it is to throw things away.
That sounds nice, actually.
It is nice, but then there's another side. After scrolling for a while, I sometimes feel quiet inside. Like I've seen a lot, but I haven't really talked to anyone.
That's such a good way to say it. You see many lives, but you're alone with your screen.
Exactly. And sometimes people think I'm connected, so I shouldn't feel lonely, but feelings don't always follow logic.
True. Let me tell you a small story. Last weekend, I stayed home. I didn't go out much. I spent time online, reading posts, watching short videos, replying to comments.
Sounds like a normal weekend.
It does, but on Sunday night, I felt tired and a little empty. I realized I hadn't spoken out loud to anyone all day.
That hits close to home. I've had days like that too. You're busy online, but quiet in real life.
And then on Monday, I met my neighbor in the hallway. We talked about the broken elevator and the weather. Just 5 minutes.
And did it help?
So much. I felt lighter. It wasn't a deep conversation, just real voices, eye contact, a little laughter.
That shows something important. Sometimes loneliness isn't about being alone, it's about missing real interaction.
Yes, and social media can sometimes replace that without us noticing.
I think that's where people get confused. Social media isn't always bad, it's how we use it.
Right. For example, if someone moves to a new city, social media can help them feel less alone at first.
They can join local groups, ask about trash pickup days, parking rules, or good walking paths.
Exactly. That can lead to real conversations later.
But if someone only scrolls and never talks, never meets, never shares real moments, loneliness can grow quietly.
Let's talk about a common situation. Imagine someone finishes work. They're tired. They sit on the couch and open their phone.
They tell themselves just 5 minutes.
But 5 minutes becomes 30, then an hour.
And during that time, they see photos of people cooking, cleaning, walking pets, smiling.
And they might think, everyone else has a full life. Why do I feel stuck?
That comparison is powerful, and it's not always fair.
No, because people usually share the best moments, not the quiet or boring ones.
Exactly. No one posts, I felt lonely today while folding laundry.
But many people feel that way.
Here's something interesting. Sometimes learners say, social media makes people lonely because they don't talk as much.
That sentence is almost perfect, but let's gently adjust it.
Yes, we might naturally say social media can make people feel lonely because they don't talk as much in real life.
Just adding feel makes it more human and accurate.
Right, feelings matter here. It's not always a strong fact, it's often a personal experience.
And when you talk about this topic in English, using words like feel or seem or sometimes makes your ideas sound more natural.
Exactly. You don't sound too strong or too absolute.
So let's continue. Another thing I notice is silence. Have you noticed how quiet some public places are now?
Yes, waiting rooms, buses, elevators. People stand together but don't talk.
Once, I remember the elevator stopped suddenly. Everyone looked up from their phones at the same time.
That must have been awkward.
It was. Then someone laughed and we started talking about how old the building is.
And for a moment, everyone felt connected.
Yes, and when the elevator started again, people smiled at each other before looking back at their phones.
Moments like that show how easy connection can be.
But social media trains us to look down instead of around.
That's true. Our attention goes into the screen.
Another thing is messages. We send many messages, but they're often short.
Like, okay, nice, or just an emoji.
Those are fine, but they don't always replace a real conversation.
I agree. Hearing someone's voice, even for 2 minutes, feels different.
Let's talk about families for a moment. Some families sit in the same room, but everyone is on a device.
That's very common. I've seen it during dinner, even when food is still hot.
And people say we're together, but are they really together?
Physically, yes. Emotionally, maybe not.
This doesn't mean social media is the enemy.
No, not at all. It just needs balance.
Balance is a good word, using social media to support real life, not replace it.
For example, using it to invite a neighbor for a walk.
Or to ask someone if they want to help clean the shared garden.
Those online actions lead to offline moments.
And those moments reduce loneliness.
Let's share a small dialogue example for listeners.
Okay.
Imagine this. One neighbor writes online, "Hi everyone, I'm new here."
Someone replies, "Welcome. We usually walk in the park on Saturday mornings."
That simple message can change someone's week.
Yes, social media becomes a bridge, not a wall.
But when social media becomes the only place where someone exists socially, that's when loneliness can appear.
And it can happen slowly, without warning.
People may say, "I talk to many people online, but still feel unseen."
Because being seen is more than being liked or followed.
It's being listened to.
And listening takes time, attention, and presence.
Let's talk about something practical. What can people do if they feel lonely and spend a lot of time online?
One small step is noticing how you feel after using social media.
Not judging, just noticing.
Yes, do you feel relaxed or tense, connected or empty?
Another step is mixing online and offline life.
For example, if you comment on someone's post about cleaning, maybe later you talk to your own neighbor about cleaning tips.
That's a great idea. Turn online ideas into real conversations.
Also, setting small limits can help.
Like putting your phone down during meals.
Or when riding the elevator.
That opens space for small talk.
And small talk matters more than people think.
It's practice for connection.
Exactly.
Before we finish, let's answer the question again. Is social media making us lonely?
For some people, sometimes, yes.
For others, it helps them feel connected.
It depends on how and why we use it.
And how much real human contact we allow into our days.
Loneliness isn't a failure, it's a signal.
A signal that we need more real connection.
And English can be part of that connection.
Yes, talking, listening, sharing ideas in English helps you connect with more people.
So here's our gentle encouragement.
Use social media wisely.
Look up sometimes.
Talk to the person next to you.
And practice English in real life when you can.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
If you enjoyed this conversation, please like the video.
Subscribe to Universal English Guide for more calm, real-life English.
leave a comment in English. Tell us what you think.
And share this with a friend who's learning English too.
We're really glad you're here.
See you next time.
Bye for now.